Here we have the new 2026 Hyundai Kona. Now this one comes with the new SEL Sport trim level, front wheel drive model here. Ultimate red is the paint, and then we do have gray cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine mated to the intelligent variable transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. Sorry for the wind. The lights don't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up, but really like the styling itself of the Kona ever since really it came out, but especially since it got its refresh here. Down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 18-inch alloy. Past the keyless entry on the front doors. Door panel here, power mirror controls that do have blind spot monitors in them. Power door locks. We have one-touch up and down windows on the front, regular power windows on the back. Rear window lockout is there. Bottle holders, brightness for the gauge cluster, traction control toggle, downhill brake control, electronic parking brake. You pull to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. And then we have our hood release right there. This one has optional all-weather mats, which I really like. And then you have the fuel cap release right there. Manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And here's our manual driver's seat. But I want to give a huge thanks to Hyundai of Cool Springs here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Kona today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, I have the seat up front adjusted best as I could for someone of my size, being 6'3", and I mean the space is really good, honestly, for this kind of vehicle. Headroom, I still have an inch or two above my head, which is great. Rear AC vents, 2 USB-C charge ports, and a little storage pocket in there. So if you get a short enough cord, you can just charge while the phone's sitting in there. And there's a view of the front. LED reading lights throughout. Now that's impressive. This trim is kind of weirding me out because there are a lot of things I didn't expect to be here that are here, and a lot of things that I expected to be here that are not. So that's just funny. But we can hang probably a shirt or a pair of pants on that strong hook there if we need to. Child locks, just stick something in there, screwdriver, key, whatever. Turn one way or the other. Fuel cap. And there's a look at the back end. Look underneath. And then here's the cargo space behind the second row. Top tethers are integrated on the back of the seats themselves. You lift this up, you do have access to a spare tire. And then on this side, you have a small cubby space if you want something in the back, but you don't want it rolling off over the vehicle. And you have one on this side as well. Now, as we come around to the rear passenger side, I'm just gonna show you how this seat folds. All you have to do is pull on this latch here. Do from either side, it'll fold flat when there's enough space. Pretty easy to pop it back into place. And we have our lower anchors just sticking out underneath the seat back there. Now to the front passenger seat. It's manual there. I do like that they're both 6-way though. Glove compartment, owner's manuals. Get a top tray there if you want to lay stuff there for whatever reason. And then I'm going to show you the window sticker, and you can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. But there is the sticker price, $29,650. Now what's interesting is we have wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless phone charger, smart cruise, heated seats, dual zone automatic climate controls, which I wouldn't expect here. But then we don't have a power driver's seat. I just think that is that's wild, but you know, some people don't care about that. Me personally, I'd have to have it. But I mean, for all the other features, if that was the only thing holding me back, I'd still pull the trigger on this if everything else was perfect. But I just think it's interesting. I feel like you could have sealed the deal by having a power seat. But there is that 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. before we hop out of the wind here, I'm gonna show off the blinkers. Let's get in the driver's seat. All right, so I think this is actual leather on the steering wheel here. There's the horn. Now over here to the infotainment system, we do get AM, FM, XM radio. We have Bluetooth audio as well. Wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. We can activate that CarPlay and Android Auto through the phone projection. And then we have our setup here. So vehicle settings, your driver assistance and all that can be fooled with there. Certain climate controls. And then the cluster, we can adjust that as well if you want to link that to the drive mode or have it look a different way. Now in your general settings, you can change your language here. And then your units of measurement right in here. Backup camera, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then down here we have shortcuts for the map when your phone's hooked up, home, media, hazards there, and I like that button flashes. And then you have the setup right here you can go to. So all these quick shortcuts down here. Volumes here, click that to turn the audio off, and then you have a tune knob right here if you want to use that. Now down below, dual zone automatic climate controls. You can adjust the auto mode there. You have 3 levels for that. Fan speed can be adjusted here. Fan direction can be turned here. In your AC, your defrosters. Down here, 2 USB-C ports, 12 volt there, and then you also have a wireless charging pad right here. For the shifter, grab this lever, manually shift there. You get those simulated shifts with the IVT, and then drive, neutral, reverse, park. Your drive modes can be toggled there. You just have normal and sport. And then 3-stage heated seats for the front. Push button on the camera there if you want to pull that up. And then your automatic brake hold is in this corner. Bottle holders here, a little run-through storage underneath the center console space. Somebody left a bottle in here, but. And then you have the tray you can remove, and then you have all that exposed space if you need it. There's a look at the back seat from up here. And then up here, LED lights. We do have Blue Link and the SOS if you want to use that. And there is the light for the vanity mirror. Again, something I just find surprising is we have LED lights here, but no power driver's seat. I don't know why they did that. Left side stalk, blinkers, high beams, and then you can adjust the lights there. So when the low beams are on, the high beams will just come on regularly. When you have the auto low beams on, you can toggle the auto high beams there. Intermittent wipers on this right side stalk, one time off, intermittent low high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here, and then your rear wiper low high right there. Push back for the rear fluid, pull up for the front. Now left side of the steering wheel, cruise control, smart cruise there. Set your speed, pause, resume. Gap adjust for that can be adjusted, and then you have the lane centering system there. These 2 features are to go through the gauge cluster here in the middle. This goes through your sub menus, and then when applicable, you can use this as an OK button by pressing it, or as a scroll bar to go through whatever's in each sub menu. Right side of the wheel, custom button. You have one on the radio as well that you can set up differently to do different things. Bluetooth, and then track list or radio station favorites can be toggled here. Volume down, volume up, and then click there to mute. Voice recognition, this goes through your audio sources. And then push button starts here. Here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Hyundai Kona SEL Sport out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Hyundai Kona here, This naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, not the peppiest engine you can get in this vehicle, but I actually like it. Relatively efficient. You're getting 28 miles per gallon city, 35 highway, and when it needs to go, it can go. With this variable transmission, can be a bit lackluster, but for the most part, it's not terrible. Now you only have 2 drive modes here, normal and sport. Normal feels more like an eco mode to me. The sport is just, it feels like a true sport mode. Keeps the revs high of the engine. It's ready to go for what you can get out of a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder pushing a vehicle this size. So the traffic's so thick out here, I won't be able to give this thing a real good pull. If I do, I'm gonna leave it in normal mode. All right, I think I might have an opportunity here. Here we go. So not bad at all. There's a police car up here. You do have the smart cruise with the lane centering. So you have the adaptive cruise, the lane keeping system and all of that. Just not gonna be able to show it off here. But a huge thanks to Hyundai of Cool Springs here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this Kona today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now, in terms of what you get for the money here, I mean, 30 grand, I said in the walk around portion, I feel like you get so much for the money, and then Hyundai kind of dropped the ball with this manual driver's seat. So I can't really get my perfect position there. I will say once it's adjusted, if no one else moves my seat, not really gonna be a big issue, but I just feel like we could have done that and maybe gotten rid of 2 or 3 other things that are nice, but I'd rather have a power seat for. But other than that, I mean, you get a lot for this 30 grand. You get the LED lights, you even get them inside here, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, the smart cruise system, which gives you that lane centering, adaptive cruise control. I just think this is a solid vehicle other than that driver's seat issue. But again, if that's not a bother for you, really good buy here. And you know, overall drivability is good for the fuel economy. The space in here is good for your passengers as well as the cargo area. And I mean, it has a lot to offer. It really does. So this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Hyundai Kona SEL Sport.